Hello there and welcome to a different kind of video. Today I wanna talk about some things that I would like to see changed or added in Heroes and Generals. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a firm believer that the game is absolutely complete and rather realistic, especially considering the fact that it's free. It offers a wide variety of roles from many army branches, accompanied by multiple guns, equipment and vehicles, all in great detail and balanced form. So I'm gonna mention some things that, if changed, can transform the game completely and take it multiple steps above what it is right now. I am not gonna focus on how doable or realistic these additions and changes are going to be, but I would mention stuff that would be absolutely cool to see in-game and that would bring so much attention to it. Stay until the end and comment your opinion on how doable these things are and tell me what the chances of actually seeing them are. By far the best addition that could happen is the creation of new factions. The existing 3 factions are pretty nice, but adding at least a couple more would skyrocket how interesting the War for Europe is. Now, the 3 factions are well placed on the map and fully equipped, but factions that reside in Europe's mainland would be so fun to play with. Some examples are Great Britain, France and Italy, or even Greece. Their equipment can match those of their allies. For example, Italy can get Axis equipment alongside some of its own, and France or England can get Allies equipment with some unique additions. Adding these European superpowers can give more variety for players and will change the way the game is played by not necessarily upsetting the scales too much. After such a successful addition, nations such as Japan can follow, but this is too far-fetched. Another really interesting and helpful idea to bring to life would be the creation of TeamSpeak. The way that I would imagine it working is by allowing players to talk through their mics to a certain radius of space with their teammates. People can have the option to turn it on and off, but the idea is that you will be able to talk to people near you to better organize an attack or defense, alert someone of an impending threat, and generally have fun. The extreme option would be to have the opportunity to talk to nearby enemies too, but that could turn pretty chaotic, even though it guarantees so much laugh. To further complete these changes, I would be amazed to see new roles being implemented in the battlefield. For example, radiomen could easily exist, giving intel to air support and tanks from the battlefront using mics and specific channels. The main addition that I would like to see though, and that would make the game ultra realistic, is the addition of all type of gunners in both airplanes and tanks, reloaders and support gunners. These guys could be separate soldiers that cooperate with the driver and make the tank and airplane gameplay very fun and in need of communication. To go along with these changes, some new concept maps could make their appearance in order to cover every possible part of an actual battlefield and include situations different than the ones that are provided from the current maps. Some nice ideas would be an open field map with more trenches, barricades or fighting nests, and the objective would be to capture an area in the middle like capture the flag game mode. Another idea would be to do the same concept, but the fighting would be done in a small town or village, full of houses, and the objective would be only one with no connecting lines. Moreover, I would also like to see a big office building type of battle, with 5 to 10 people from each faction, and where the fighting would happen on the same floor between rooms. The objective now could be the first to eliminate the other team that has limited lives. Lastly, it would be amazing to see an amphibious landing type of battle on a beach with barricades and machine gun nest up above, exactly like the landing of Normandy. Except the addition of new maps, the existing ones could use some changes. More specifically, I and the rest of the community would love to see some changes done in a few maps that have lines easily controlled by defenders and so hard to push through for attackers. An example is lines B, C and D in town that are all really hard to reach O1 and O2. All defenders have to do is just tank spam the attackers or have 10 snipers pinging them off one by one. A recent change in line E in the same map has made it a bit more playable and enjoyable for both sides. Also, some changes can affect the terrain for the better, with some extra cover spots or generally differentiations concerning the abuse of game mechanics. It would also be amazing to see some new equipment appear in the game. Except some guns that are going to be shared by the faction that cooperate, some unique pieces of machinery can bring new toy options for the players. Italians can for starters get the Carcano, the Beretta M1918, a Breda machine gun variation and plenty others. The French can have the RSC M1917, and the MAS-38 as options, or plenty others used by the Allies. The British could use the Lee Enfield No. 4 MKL, Sten Mk2 submachine gun, and the Bren light machine gun. The already established factions can get even more guns as well. For Germany, some guns I would like to see used is the Irma EMP and the big bro of the STG, the Maschinenkarabiner 42. The Americans could be supplied with the United Defense M42 or a new kind of weapon added to the game, the Winchester M1897 shotgun. Shotguns, new grenades and artillery can all be added as an experiment. New weapons isn't the only thing that can be added in the game. I would also like to see some new vehicles. This includes both armored vehicles and tanks. Generally speaking, all the main vehicles are already added for the main factions, but some vehicles that were more rare or saw little to no combat would be awesome to see make it into the game. For example, the Panzer VIII Maus would be crazy to make an appearance. From the new factions, nice additions would be the British Valentine, Churchill A22 and Comet 1 A34. Also the Italian Caro Armato, L333 and P2640 tank. Also the French AMC 35, Char B1 and Renault R35. Moreover, new vehicles such as amphibious fighting vehicles, self-propelled guns and multi-purpose armored cars for anti-air battle and infantry support can be added. All in all, I believe that these changes would entirely transform the game and would make it much more desirable and played by many more people. It would attract new players, but these changes are nowhere near easy, neither they can happen in a small period of time. Comment down below your opinion on what I presented, and please make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.